All right. Well, my third wife broke her Proverbs 31 CD, and I can't find the original recording, so I decided to make an abbreviated version right here. Okay, here we go. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies, although I ain't paying that. The heart of her husband does safely trust her, so that she'll have no need of spoil. Well, she spoiled the eggs this morning, and I'm not sure I can trust her. This is my third wife. You just get a little cynical after a while. She will do him good and not evil for the days of her life. I think a better translation is she better do him good. She seeks wool and flax and works willingly with her hands. Well, maybe not wool and flax, but I like to put a broom in those willing hands and get her to work. She's like the merchant ships. She brings her food from afar. I'd just be happy for some food from the fridge, and what I want is the food. Bring me the food. She rises also while it's yet night and gives food to her household and a portion to her maidens. Well, this is back in the day when they had sister wives. It is sort of like Mormonism. You could have all kinds of maidens in your house in addition to your wife. So this is a better situation. She considers a field and buys it, the fruit of her hands. She plants a vineyard. She girds her loins with strength and strengthens her arms. Now, I'm not really into the macho women. I'm not into bodybuilder women or real strong gym type athletic women. Uh, so I'm not sure that that's as virtuous as what Solomon thought. But again, he did have some maidens to fall back on if his wife got too manly. She perceives that her merchandise is good and her candle goes out night by night. When she's working, keep the lights on. She lays her hands to the spindle and her hands hold the distaff. She stretches out her hand to the poor. Yea, she reaches out her hands to the needy. Not on my watch. They're lazy. They need to get a job, and they're not taken from my household. She is not afraid of the snow for her household. That's because I gave her a shovel for Christmas. For all her household are clothed with scarlet. She makes herself tapestry coverings. Uh, that sounds a bit like Sound of Music, where they made drapes and made all the kids dance in the drapes. That's fine if she wants to do that while I'm not home. You gotta entertain yourself somehow. Her husband's known in the gates when he sits among the elders of the land. Now, I sit among the elders down in the basement watching the 4K TV, but it's about the same thing. She makes fine linen and sells it and delivers girdles to the merchant. The merchant must be selling girdles to fat ladies. Keep things looking good for your husbands, ladies. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she'll rejoice in the time to come. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and her tongue is the law of kindness. I prefer to keep her mouth shut. She think it's better just to keep your mouth shut. She looks well to the ways of her household, and she doesn't eat the bread of idleness, and she's not lazy. Her children arise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, he praises her sparingly. You don't want to lay it on too thick. Many daughters have done virtuously, but you've excelled them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman that fears the Lord to be praised. I mean, she can be ugly if there's a bunch of other maidens in the house you can look at. Uh, I think that's the point here is he had a bunch of maidens in the house. So didn't matter that she wasn't very pretty. Now, if it was just the one woman, I wouldn't say beauty's vain. You need to keep the makeup on and keep things looking good. Give her of the fruit of her hands and let her own works praise her in the gate.